sir.
Thank you, sir. How are you feeling?
Somewhat better.
Good. Good to have you
How long
back.
how long you been back, Mike? Good to see you.
Oh, I was off pretty much all last week, wasn't in the shop at all. Just had a little bout with some issues, and so
Yeah. Well, good to have you back.
coming back though.
Good. Glenn's going to lead us in the pledge tonight.
If I can remember it.
We'll just let him speak. We're going to use the service director's flag. I'll point your attention to that flag in his office. And I think we should stand. That's the least we could do.
Hey, Max, you there?
Yes, sir.
When I come down for that meeting, is there a bell to ring or something?
Yeah, I'll just press the button on the outside.
Okay.
Hey guys, do you want to approve those bank reports tonight, or do you want me to wait till June?
I'm okay.
I'm okay with it, Sherry.
Yeah,
I'm okay with it.
I looked him.
Okay, I'll go ahead and say it then in the auditor's report.
All right.
Hey, Cliff, your camera's still not on.
Yeah, I know. Purposely.
Oh, you sneak.
Oh, you can do the same thing.
I know. But everybody wants to see this face.
That's what I heard.
Yes. How you like this for a growth, huh?
Yeah. I got to get rid of mine. Beautiful day today.
My gosh, it's gorgeous.
Yeah, but it's too bad we all had to go back to work, right?
Not all of us.
Well, Glenn, okay.
I'm hoping to next week.
Yeah. I'm looking forward. So we got Jeff Corder waiting on him. Got a minute. There's the mayor.
Max, did you get your fix?
I did.
Bob, can you hear me?
Yes.
Your monthly report was emailed out May the 14th.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, Cliff, just so you know, I keep, if you guys see me keep looking down, I keep our email up. So if somebody does,
Public input.
have any public input, I could let you know, but
Okay.
I haven't had it.
I'll mention it.
Thought I'm not paying attention.
I've got 7 o'clock, folks. Do we want to wait for Mr. Corder?
There he is.
Is that everybody? Looks like. Everybody ready?
Or
Council will come to order. Today's date is May the 26th, 2020. Time now is 7 p.m. Our regular council meeting. I want to welcome all of our council persons and the administration, as well as those who may be watching. I'd ask the clerk to please call the roll.
Andrews,
Here.
Gross,
Here.
Johnson,
Here.
Mishler,
Here.
Mr. Moore asked to be excused, Salmons,
Here.
Turner,
Here.
Do I hear a motion to excuse Mr. Moore?
Mishler moves.
Johnson will second.
There's been a first and second. Any further? Clerk, call the roll.
Andrews,
Yes.
Gross,
Yes,
Johnson,
Yes.
Mishler,
Yes.
Salmons,
Yes.
Turner.
Yes.
Thank you. Our Pledge of Allegiance will be led by Councilman Glenn Mishler. We ask that we would focus on the flag in the Service Director's office, and we could all stand, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing for the invocation. Mr. Gross.
Father, again, we thank you for this opportunity to serve Coshocton in our individual capacities as council people and administration. Lord, I just ask that you would direct our hearts and minds to benefit the city in the days ahead. Pray this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Thank you, Mr. Gross. You may be seated. Council should have received minutes from May 11, 2020. Are there any corrections, additions, or deletions?
Make a motion to accept the minutes.
Mr. Johnson moves to accept. Is there a second?
I'll second. This is Michelle.
Michelle seconds. Ms. Turner, anything further? Clerk, call the roll.
Andrews,
Yes.
Gross,
Yes,
Johnson,
Yes.
Mishler,
Yes.
Salmons,
Yes.
Turner.
Yes.
Those minutes are adopted. Thank you. I'm just going to follow the agenda tonight and appointment of a representative for the public records training. And in our committee meeting, Councilwoman Andrews said she would do that for council and represent council. So is there any objection to that? Then I'd ask that be read into the minutes that she would be the representative. Again, the auditor said that it'd be good for all of us to go if we could. And I think she said she's going to try to get it here, and that would be great if that's possible. But it is a good training. So, Ms. Andrews, thank you very much for volunteering to do that.
Cliff.
Sherry,
If-
if you have success with that, keep us posted.
I will.
Absolutely.
And if the meeting minutes could reflect that she's attending on behalf of the elected officials as well.
That's correct. Thank you, Mr. Director. Anything else? All right. Is there any public input? Anybody give us an email or text us or shout it through the window of your house or something?
You want to hear what they shouted at my window.
Okay, we don't want to hear that. Nothing coming across. This is time for public input, if there's any. If there's none, we'll move right along.
I received none, Cliff.
All right, thank you very much. I'm going to move at this point to go ahead and add, there's an addition that's requested by the mayor. Ordinance 2420 is being requested to add to the agenda. I have a motion.
I'll make, we add to the agenda.
Been moved by Ms. Salmons to add 2420. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Mr. Gross, second. Clerk, you have a question.
Can we make it for 2420 and 2520?
Both of those? I'm sorry, I missed that one. Thank you, clerk. Yes, and 2520. So that motion would include 2520. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. It's been moved and second. Anything further?
yes,
Clerk, call the roll.
Andrews,
Yes.
Gross,
yes,
Johnson,
Yes.
Mishler,
Yes.
Salmons,
Yes.
Turner.
Yes.
And 2420 and 2520 have been added to the agenda tonight. Are there any standing committee reports? Then we will go to the mayor's report. Mr. Mayor?
How's everyone doing on this nice sunny Tuesday? It's a horrible day of being stuck inside City Hall today, especially since Cherry was here. No, not really. Just wanted to recap, really a weekend of honor for all of our fallen war veterans who gave that ultimate sacrifice, graduation Definitely a strange year for graduation. I think that we've honored our graduates. I think things will probably stick even when things get back to normal. I enjoyed the parade. It was definitely it's been a strange year. So I think we've all adjusted, and here we are on Zoom. Couple things we've been working on here at City Hall. Pay Manus, we should have our online system in for credit and debit cards and electronic checks by July 1st. I'm not rushing anything, so when our utility departments are ready, it's kind of my date that I'm shooting for. 4 weeks, I think, is 5 weeks is plenty of time to get everything straightened around and people trained. So excited about that. Glenn and Max are actually meeting Thursday for a stormwater utility program. Stormwater utility programs are basically required by law. The Ohio EPA has really stepped in and buckled down on plans and stormwater, and even down to street sweepers and where you dump the waste. Street sweepers. So it's in its infancy stages right now, but it will hopefully bring a lot of our drainage situation issues, curbing, and just overall stormwater, make our stormwater utility stronger. I know a lot of areas we find things in the storm drains, and then when we're running cameras through them, we find just people stuff their downspout drains into the storm sewer, which doesn't allow things to move freely. So we are definitely working on stormwater utility program to strengthen drainage. And I think the better, as far as curbs and storm sewers, the better that system is set up, the more money we will save on paving, because water will run where it should instead of running down here, down there, over the roads. It will drain properly, and we should long term save money. Had a meeting today with MuniReg. Actually, Michael Halpern was here last year. Basically, his company works on zombie properties and basically helps with property registration ordinance and collecting money. And overall, I'm going to call it my fight on blight. So basically, it's another set of eyes, ears, expertise to help Jeff out with issues on our blight and zombie properties and things that need to get taken care of. So that's something that we'll be working on. And basically things are still moving here, and we're getting things done. And it's just, I'm ready to go out and hug people, but until then, I'll just be here. The UTV ordinance, really, I would like to get more public input. Basically, to me, on the UTVs, look at it as an opportunity to bring people with UTVs here. There's a lot of people enjoying UTVs in the county. And I want people, residents of Coshocton, to know that it's not four-wheelers, it's not golf carts. UTVs are titled vehicles with insurance, and you must be a licensed driver to operate them. So it's basically not much more than a rail buggy. Look at the rail buggy, light in working order, rear view mirrors, safety glass, license plate, seat belts, muffler, and any other equipment required by Ohio law as far as a motor vehicle. So I think that we should probably look at this as an option, and any feedback that you'd like to give me, I will certainly take it, good, bad, indifferent, and just think it's an opportunity for more tourism, more outdoor activity, and I don't see any reason why we shouldn't be offering it. Residents who live in town who want to drive in the county now have to trailer their UTVs to wherever it is legal to drive, which will be a road. So this would just allow them to drive on the road instead of taking their investment on a trailer somewhere and riding. Are there any questions at all?
Any questions for the mayor? Thank you, Mr. Mayor, for that report.
Thank you.
City Service and Safety Director.
I don't have a lot to add, Cliff, besides what we discussed in committee, other than I did mention that it looks like baseball is going to be starting and softball. The fields are in good shape and ready. I would tell our residents to direct their questions down to Kids America. They'll be putting the teams together for rec and everything. So I direct it down to Isaac Bush and he can questions. There's a lot of rules and regulations that they've had to put in place to make this happen. So hopefully the kids will get to play some ball this summer. So outside of that, I'm open to any questions.
Any questions for the Service Director? Thank you for that report. Law Director's report.
The April Law Director's report was emailed to you. If there's any questions concerning that report, I'd be happy to answer. Otherwise, I have nothing further.
Any questions? Thank you for that report. Auditor's report.
Good evening. I just have this evening for you the March 31st and April 30th bank reports that we discussed previously in the committee meeting that I will start to send out to you monthly. Again, that ending balance on those bank accounts, if you always look at your cash statement and you see the unexpended balance, that is the cash balance also, and you'll see that those always tie out with each other every month. So if you can go ahead and accept these in the minutes for March 31st and April 30th, I'd appreciate it.
Madam Auditor, were there any other reports you wanted in?
Nothing else. You're already all good for April. We already have everything passed for April, and next time I'll get everything for May for you.
Okay. All right, there's the report. I'll entertain a motion to accept.
Motion accepted. I'll make a motion, we accept.
Turner move to accept. There's a second. Ms. Andrews?
Yep, I'll second. Thank you.
Ms. Andrews, second. Anything further? Clerk, call the roll.
Andrews,
Yes.
Rose,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Mishler,
Yes.
Salmons,
Yes.
Turner.
Yes.
The auditor's report is accepted. Thank you. Property Code Inspector report.
Nothing really more than what we talked about in committee meeting, other than I would say that there's some exciting and promising things happening in the near future in the Main Street downtown area. I think we can look forward to some good things there that is going to be coming out soon. And I would also like to remind all the citizens that if you have a complaint about property code, grass, click on the link on the website, and please, if you're mowing your lawn, blow the grass back into the lawn, not into the street. It clogs storm sewers and it's hazardous for motorcycle riders. So we need to work on that, please. If you have any questions, I'll be glad to answer them.
Any questions for the Property Code Inspector? Thank you very much. Clerk of Courts, I'm sorry, Clerk of Courts, of Council. Do you have any other reports that were sent in? You can read that into the record?
No,
Report?
the report was the only one.
All right, thank you very much for that. Moving right along. We are now in our ordinances. We have 2 or 3 tonight to read. Those that have been added, I'm just going to go in the order of their number and we'll go that route. Legislation for first reading. I'd ask the clerk to read 23-20, 23-20.
An ordinance to amend chapter 1329 Historic Preservation Districts to the City of Coshocton Codified Ordinances.
You've heard the first reading of 23-20. Any questions?
Make a motion, we suspend the rules and give it a second reading. By
Move
sound.
to- Move to suspend. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Mishler,
Mr. Gross, second. Anything further? Clerk, call the roll.
Andrews,
Yes.
Gross,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Mishler,
yes.
Salmons,
Yes.
Turner,
Yes.
I would ask the clerk to give a second reading to 23-20.
an ordinance to amend chapter 1329 Historic Preservation Districts to the City of Coshocton Codified Ordinances.
You've heard the second reading of 23-20. Are there any questions or discussion?
I'll make a motion. We suspend the rules and give it a third reading, please.
Moved by Ms. Turner to suspend. Is there a second?
I'll
Miss-
second.
Ms. Andrews, second. Anything further? Clerk, call the roll.
Andrews,
Yes.
Gross,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Mishler,
Yes.
Salmons,
Yes.
Turner,
Yes.
I would ask the clerk to give a third reading to 23-20.
an ordinance to amend chapter 1329 Historic Preservation Districts to the City of Coshocton Codified Ordinances.
You've heard the third reading of 23-20. Are there any questions or discussion? Being none, the question is, shall you pass this ordinance? Clerk, would you call the roll?
Andrews,
Yes.
Gross,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Mishler,
Yes.
Salmons,
Yes.
Turner,
Yes.
Thank you. 23-20 is adopted. I'd ask the clerk to give a first reading to 25-20. I'm sorry, 24-20. We'll go in order. 24-20, first reading.
an ordinance to add chapter 376 Utility Task Vehicles to the City of Coshocton Codified Ordinances.
The mayor is requesting that this take its course. Thank you. I'd ask the clerk to read first reading, 25-20, 25-20.
Appropriations,
You've heard the first reading of 25-20. Are there any questions or discussion?
I make a motion, we suspend the rules and give it a second reading.
Move to suspend by Ms. Salmon. Is there a second?
I'll second. Mr. Johnson.
Mr. Johnson, second. Anything further? Clerk, call the roll.
Andrews,
Yes.
Gross,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Mishler,
Yes.
Salmons,
Yes.
Turner.
Yes.
I would ask the clerk to give a second reading to 25-20.
Appropriations,
You've heard the second reading. Are any questions or discussion?
I'd like to make a motion to suspend the rules and give it a third reading.
Move to suspend, Mr. Johnson. Is there a second?
Mishler,
Mr. Mishler, second. Anything further? Clerk, call the roll.
Andrews,
Yes.
Gross,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Mishler,
yes.
Salmons,
Yes.
Turner,
Yes.
I'd ask the clerk to give a third reading to 25-20.
appropriations,
You've heard the third reading of 25-20. Are there any questions or discussion? Being none, the question is, shall you pass this ordinance? Clerk, please call the roll.
Andrews,
Yes.
Gross,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Mishler,
Yes.
Salmons,
Yes.
Turner,
Yes.
25-20 is adopted. Thank you. We have one resolution. 2-20. I'd ask the clerk to read.
a resolution accepting an official policy in accordance with Ohio Revised Code 9.38.
You heard the reading of the resolution. Do you have any questions? Clerk, please call the roll.
Andrews,
Yes.
Gross,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Mishler,
Yes.
Salmons,
Yes.
Turner.
Yes.
Resolution 22-20 is adopted. Thank you. Is there any old business?
Excuse me.
Who was that?
Mishler.
Okay. No old business, any new business? Any communications from council? Communicate, yes. Sherry?
I would just like to ask what's the pleasure for the next committee meeting on June the 8th, 2020? What time shall the committee meeting be?
Any need to have it early?
Would you prefer to go back to 6 o'clock?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Is that a yay for everybody?
yes.
Any opposed? And the next meeting will be at 6 o'clock.
Thank you.
Any other communications from council? Communications from the administration? Any communications from the clerk? You already gave some. You have anything else?
No, sir.
Alrighty. Well, I get to the fun part. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Who
I'll
might be
second.
happy to adjourn? Mr. Johnson, second. Clerk, please call the roll.
Andrews,
Yes.
Gross,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Mishler,
Yes.
Salmon,
Yes.
Turner.
Yes.
We are adjourned. Try to enjoy the rest of the evening. Thank you for coming and being a part of it. Thank you,
Yes.
listening audience.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.